right, let's get going here. Let's see. New stream. Let's see how this is working. Looking good. All right. Howdy, everybody. Hopefully, this is looking good on YouTube stream. I made a bunch of changes to my hardware, so hopefully those drops and stutters and terrible resolution are a thing of the past. But we'll see. So, I'm on a different PC here. So I'm playing a build version on my non-development PC. So this is, it's the ultimate bug testing for me. And there's a pretty good chance of some bugs. If you notice down here, where I've got the newest unreleased version of the beta. So this is the 1.2. We're still in the 1.0 update, I guess, branch. I haven't finished all of the stuff I want to have done for the 0.2, but I actually got a lot of it done today. So there, you're gonna see some stuff in this that they're upcoming in the next patch. They're gonna be live in the update today. I don't know if I'm gonna go into all of them because some of them are off-season things, but we'll cover as many as we can. Be forewarned, like I said, this is lightly tested because I just finished most of them this morning about an hour ago. Ran through a couple of seasons, just quick seasons, a few real-time games, and try it all out. Everything looks pretty good, so I'm gonna trust it. We're gonna run our league and just see what happens. So I'm gonna play. I don't know if I'm going to play a game this time. I might just buzz through the season, get to the really good rookie draft, and then play a game next season. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll play a playoff game if I get to the playoffs. So, anyway. With all the starts and stops from the last few streams, it's probably worth taking a look at the roster and seeing what we have here. So I ended up, for the rookies, I ended up getting that safety, mediocre safety. Not horrible, just a good tackler and zone defender. He's not bad. And then I got this special teamer guy. He doesn't really do anything very well. I didn't get anybody in free agency because I was over the cap, and you can see I'm over the cap right now. So we are going to have we got to figure out what we're going to do here. Because I don't have the room to re-sign all my guys, and I can't afford to lose all these guys. So we gotta figure something out before we get through the season here. In fact, we should probably figure it out right. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go to the schedule. Let's at least sim the preseason and see if I have any trade offers. Yeah, since we're going to spend so much time trying to figure out how to manage my roster, I think probably we're not going to play any games this season. So everybody wants my tight end. There's no chance I'm trading my tight end. Oh, this is going to be rough. Okay. Oh, boy. What are we going to do? Let's... Alright, let's look at my depth chart. We're gonna have to start trading some of our good players. I gotta lose $20. The goal is to lose $20. So right now, whoa, sorry about that. Right now, this guy's in the bubble, my kick returner. I got him. Oh, yeah. So we're back to this blackberry cucumber LaCroix, even though it's terrible. I'm running a little light on LaCroix in the pantry. You gotta make do. But like I always say, bad LaCroix is better than no LaCroix. All right, what are we gonna do? So you remember Frank? He was a wide receiver prospect. We got him because we were going to run the 3 wide set, and we ended up I ended up abandoning that almost immediately. So I've got this wide receiver I don't know what to do with. So I'm basically spending $23 on a kick returner, and that seems less than optimal, we'll put it that way. That's not going to get me below the cap, though. What else would I need to do? I probably... He's cheap. Branches are... He's cheap. So I gotta start... I gotta do something with these high-priced guys. And I hate to say it, but I think my offensive line is what's really killing me here. Check my finance view. So, oh god, they're so good though. I can't bring myself to get rid of any of them. Let's shop. First of all, let's see what we can do with Frank, because all he can do is play wide receiver. I've got Hooper and Roca at wide receiver. Although those guys, Hooper and Roca, are $10 more than Frank. Maybe. Man. Let's just see what we can get for Frank. I need a drop salary. So let's go down. So I could dump by just flat out dumping him for nothing. I can get rid of $17 of that cap issue. That's not bad. Like $13 if I just get like a reasonable garbage player. Alright, so that's something. I'm gonna be in trouble here. How about this Thornton guy? So I have him as just a really bad safety. Can I get anything for him? Nope. Smart. Those guys are smart. I kind of want to hang on to him. I definitely want to hang on to these guys. Harper. What was his deal? Oh, he was just a good all-around pass rusher. You know what? Maybe it's time to cut ties with Foster. I mean, I like him, but I don't feel like he's justifying this salary. I mean, he's legit. I mean, he's got great strength and great speed, but this pass rush and run rush skill is actually limiting the usefulness of these excellent athletic abilities. So what I'm thinking is Foster might be the guy to go. Let's shop him. So, let's check position. Can I just get a somewhat of a downgrade at D-line and save some money? So he's $44. If I can get to $24, that gets me everything I need. But if I can can easily dump another $10 by getting rid of Frank. So basically, $14. If I can lose $14, get down to about 30, flip him for somebody for 30, like Hart, who I used to have. That's good. I can do that. So the aim is $30 or below. So Jimenez, Hart, Roth. There's a few guys that could hold their own. Let's do Hart. Ooh, this Paul Berg guy's pretty good. Weighs 29. Well, Hart's none of them are gonna be great. I'm dumping salary. What am I so worried about? But he's slightly cheaper, $7 cheaper than Hart. Oh, but Hart is pretty solid all across the board. I wouldn't give up a ton by getting Hart. All right, let's. Oh, I got to remember to remove that. I've been removing these to kind of clean up the interface. So, Future Sean. Oh, good deal. King Havo's in. Says it looks solid. Yeah, I've been just solid in the green on my stream, so things are looking pretty good right now. All right, I think I'm gonna flip Foster for Hart. Save that money. And then I'm gonna also flip. So that gets me down to 6. Let's do Frank. Let's shop him. So I need to drop 6 from Frank, and he's 23, so I got to get to 17. All right, so let's look in the 17 range. 17 or below. And let's see, could I get another D lineman and just really clean up my... Nope, I can't. How about safety? Nope. Kicker? Like, I'm always looking for kickers. This is so bad. Nope. Nothing good. Can you get a quarterback? Nope. Running back? Nope. 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 Alright, let's just flip him for... Let's just dump him. We're just going to dump him. Let's save as much as we can. This kind of hurts, but I got to get under the cap. Submit offer. Alright. So, I submitted my 2 offers. They're not processed because, you know, the AI's got to have a chance to review it and see if my trade is near the top of what they're looking for. So, we're just going to sim that week and see what happens. Let's check the news. Trades. Oh, so they both accepted. Good deal. Good deal. Alright, so now let's check out the team. $11 in cap space. Very nice. Since I made a deal, they probably jacked with my depth chart. Yep, they did. There's one thing. I do this just so that to reduce the potential for bugs or for crashes, and just I really didn't want to spend a ton of time and effort just trying to come up with every conceivable way that you could have a depth chart that wasn't valid. So the easy way, and I'm not ashamed to say I took the easy way on this one. The easy way was to just make sure if you make some roster moves that I auto depth chart you so that you have a legit roster. Yeah, maybe there are more elegant ways to deal with it, but I went this way. So it also has, I mean, it did its job. It did cut down on bugs. I don't have a lot of crashes, which is really nice. Alright, Wilkerson, Kelly. It's been a little while, so I've been just hammering down on going really hard on adding the screens and things like that, so I've kind of forgotten what my team strategy was here, but I think I got it now. Alright, special teams now. Let's do our special teams. So, position skills. I'm actually developing Lynn, so I have to keep him there. Where's my best kick returner? Kick return. Oh, I didn't want to. That's right, I don't want to take guys off of special teams if they have good special teams. So there we go. Now I'm getting it all set up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, good deal. Save that. Now, I didn't get anybody new, so I'm not really gonna fight. I'm not gonna do another. I'm definitely not gonna play the game this year, but I am going to re-sign my star guys because we really want to follow my core guys. So here's the trick though. This is pretty much going to destroy my cap. So we may be in trouble. I'll at least get a couple of years. It looks like I've got, what, 3 more seasons with most of my core. I'm going to have a hard time re-signing Ashley, but this should give us enough time to follow most of the core and see how they work out. What do I got? Harper, I just grabbed him. I don't really care about any of these guys, I don't think. Yeah. Alright, so the core is good. We're going to follow the core. Alright, schedule. Let's finish it out. If I make the playoffs, I'm going to play in the playoffs. So that's the plan. Because there are a couple of things in the real-time engine that I want to kind of go over. All right. Oh man, I'm just killing everybody. Look at this. Ooh, lost a game. All right. I'm going to save it. Before we go into the off season, let's take a look at a few things. Leaders. Benjamin, looking good. 2,500 yards. Where was he? Oh, he's a 5th on yards. All right. Let's look at rushing. Ah, Wyatt. Yes. Very nice. Receiving. Hooper's 14. All right. Don't really care about any of that. Let's look at the draft preview. All right, so good to get this on the tape. So a massive draft this year. Yikes! Pay attention to these guys. Yikes! These guys are good. All right. Right. So we'll watch them. Where will I be? Last pick. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yay for me. Free agency. Alright, so if you remember, this is sorted by my coaches. What does he think they're worth or something like that. But this is a massive change. So a bunch of these guys have been re-signed. Huge change. So let's look at the Nightmare Tyson Hansen. Alright, so the Nightmare are letting a few guys go. So let's take a look at them. Nightmare. They have salary cap space. Let's look at their finances. So they got a ton of guys up. Value on the market, value to team. Alright, so here's... Alright, so why wasn't Tyson Hansen re-signed? Value to team, 24. He's asking for 47, so that's why he didn't get re-signed. So this is a team that doesn't value running back a ton, or his... They must be looking for a receiving running back or something like that. I don't know. In any case, they don't really value him that much. Now this is something that's been slightly adjusted in the when you start a new league. Some of those evaluations have changed a little bit, but that's okay. We can live with. It'll take a season or two for the AI in my league to sort that out, but it's not horrible. All right, so these two guys are not getting re-signed. Value to team, what they're asking. So I guess you can make a case for either of these guys getting signed again. Why wouldn't they? Wonder why not. Yeah, I've looked through that thing a bunch of times and I wonder why he's not getting. Oh, he's too old. They don't invest. That's another thing. They don't. I wonder if that's why some of these guys aren't getting re-signed. There's an evaluation based on how old they are too. So teams don't really want us re-sign guys for multiple years that cost a ton and are really old. Maybe I went overboard on that. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I know young players are really, really valuable. 27 above 27 players are not super valuable because they start to decline, and you know, we talked about that before. So that could be a part of the reason they're letting some of these guys go. I know that's why they're letting this guy go. At 31 years old, there's no way you're going to sign him for 4 years. That would be just idiotic. 32 years old, you're not going to re-sign this guy. For 2 years, $22, maybe you would. But right now, I know the AI is passing on him because of his age. Maybe that's something we want to look at too. Is, yeah, that's great that he's that old, but you know, for $22, should he stick around? Right now, he's not in the depth chart at all, so probably not. But anyway, so I made some AI updates, and that's why a lot of these guys are getting dropped out, because teams think they're going to have a better chance in free agency. Let's check the college standings just quick. Just take a quick look at who's who. So Ohio State, Notre Dame again. Yeah, before I launch the Showtime update, I'm definitely going to fix some of these. I don't need Notre Dame being at the top of the rankings every year. We're going to nerf them a little bit before the Showtime update. I might nerf Ohio State just because it's Ohio State. Anyway, yeah, we watch Minnesota become a powerhouse. Let's check our favorite teams. Yep, all of them sucked. Back to where they're in UMass. These 5 kind of back to where they're supposed to be. What else? Oh, I wonder if our freshmen. I've kind of lost track of which freshmen we were tracking. But we'll see in the draft when we get to there. So, all right. So everything looks like it's okay. Nothing alarming. So let's sim. I've got the buy, it looks like. Yep, the buy is working. That's the Scorpions again. Maybe I should try to hold out and play the Scorpions. It's risky, but maybe. Alright, is there anything else I want to do? I don't think so. Alright, let's sim it. Sim, I get the T-Rex. Oh boy. I feel like I can sim this one. Yes! Oh, the Panthers again! Save. Alright, do we play the Panthers or do we sim it? I'm 15-1. I say we sim it. I lost! No! Ah! That's terrible. Oh! The Scorpions lost too. Oh, well. I don't feel so bad. Let's see who won. Notre Dame won the national championship again. Looks like this re-ranking thing is working out, so that's good. They're actually taking their final game and ranking based on that, so I feel pretty good about that. All right, here we go. Go in the off season. I forgot. Oh yeah. Oh, good. So here's a change. I've been working on coach hiring, and I was not satisfied with just the complete coach vomit onto the screen. You know, pick whatever coach you want. Oh, it's all up to you to figure out. No, I got to start limiting coaches' availability. Otherwise, what's the point of the whole thing? So this is a baby step towards a realistic coach carousel system. It's not all the way there yet, but this is kind of this. I'm taking baby steps towards it. We're gonna try this a little bit, see if we like this. If we don't, we'll adjust it a little bit more. So the idea here is now coaches are either interested in being an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator. It's no longer I'm just going to look at every coach and I'll just pick what I want. Now, I haven't locked this all down, so I know there are clever ways to use the interface to hire a defensive coordinator as your offensive coordinator. Right, you can figure that out. I don't see any need for that. And I do know that right now there's way too many of these one wide receiver, one running back, two tight end coaches. That's because this seems to be the least effective formation. That as I start to kind of fine tune the hiring and firing, I also did fine tune coach generation, so there are fewer of these coaches out there. These 1-1-2 coaches out there, but unfortunately I have a bunch of them in this league before coach generation, so I'll get that all sorted out. But the things you need to worry about are just it's same as before. Like for offensive coordinator, just look at their offensive package, look at your players preferences. This is that, again, how he rates players and development. Same with defense. I'm just going to keep running the same stuff, but the playbook now is not as important because now when we get to the next season, I probably should have shown it, but I'll show it in the next season. You can just refresh your playbook and get new plays. So you don't have to take playbook into account when you're hiring a coach. What matters is, so like if I look at this guy's profile, playbook is not as important. What is important is to understand what kind of playbook he wants. Well, that's not good. All right, I got to fix that. I don't know why that showed up. That shouldn't be. But, is it defense? Offense? Oh, offense isn't refreshing that. That's why. All right, so future Sean, fix that. It's probably an artifact of... Oh, you know what it is? It's just a refresh. That's all it looks like. Yeah, it looks like a refresh issue. Anyway, I'll get that sorted out. But because... In fact, we'll do it right here. What's important is to understand the kind of playbook your coach is going to generate. So you look at their playbook, the type of playbook he's going to generate. But if you don't like the individual plays, you're not stuck with them. You can just refresh the playbook now. And so keep picking plays based on his style. So like you look at this and you say, oh God, I 2 wide receiver sweeps. I don't want that. You just refresh. You're like, oh, okay. Well, now we got like 5 of them. No, I don't want that. Oh, this looks like a good one. And then you just can hire him, or if this is your coach in season, you can just roll with that playbook. And then after that game, you decide, oh, that didn't work out for me so well. Then you can refresh your playbook. So the idea here is I don't want you to be tied to the plays that the coach has selected. I'd rather you be tied to the type of coach you want, and then just as players come and go on your team, you can keep refreshing your playbook to take advantage of some of those players. So I think that's the direction I'm going with coaches, just to make it a little more flexible and a little more interesting for everybody. So we'll see. As I play test that, we'll see how that works. I think people are going to like it, though. All right. So super draft class. This is crazy how good this draft class is, but we're going to roll with it because the last one was garbage. So I don't know. We'll see. If the next draft class is just as good and the next one after that's just as good, we might have some issues. But the weird thing is, I have, so in player generation for college players, I have for the initial draft classes, there's a senior generation, junior, sophomore, freshman, and they're all exactly the same except for I have just some slight reduction in the maximum rating a guy can get and the minimum rating a guy can get for each class, because I don't want seniors in the allocation league, like the very first couple of seasons, seniors are supposed to be better than juniors and they're supposed to be better than sophomores. So I generate the players that way. But every single incoming freshman class uses the exact same player generation. So if there's a huge fluctuation in draft quality, it's really just from randomness. If overall the younger classes, like the freshman and sophomore class, are and every freshman class after that are vastly different than the senior and junior class from the allocation, that's a player generation issue. So that's what we really want to keep an eye on here. These classes should all start to be in the same ballpark now, because we're getting rid now of all of the initial players, and now these are players that were brought in as young players, freshmen and sophomores, and they've developed through the development system. So that's what we're paying attention to right now. All right. So I'm got the last pick. I probably not going to get any of these really awesome players, which kind of is a bummer because these guys look great. Oh, so I'm a little bit jealous, honestly. So let's just see if I can get any of these guys. Oh, I can get this pick for McDonald. Oh, now I'm interested. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's tag a few players. Alright, so if I'm trading up, I'm not trading up for any $30, $20 guys. I'm trading up for a $40, $50 guy. Oh. Russ James. So new running back maybe? Nah. Oh, you know what would be fun? Let's see. Do we have a running quarterback anywhere? Those guys are really hard to find, but I don't. There are no running quarterbacks. Ah! If there's a running quarterback, I may get one, because that would be fun. That would be fun to have. So, no. Ooh, this guy looks good. This guy would be a superstar. Tag him. Who else? Linebacker? I've got plenty of linebackers. Corner? Is this just me, or do all these names look really familiar? Oh, no! These names have already been used before. I wonder if I'm... Alright, Future Sean. Look and see if I'm refreshing the player names correctly, because these are all old players. The names, the ratings are not, but the names are. Make sure I'm refreshing the names correctly. It's like, because I remember Yates. I tagged Yates on Branch I just got a little while ago. Yeah. Alright, look into that. It's not super important right now, but look into that. Alright, so I'm not trading up. Maybe I should trade up to get him. No, let's make the pick. Get pick. McDonald. Oh man, McDonald's so good though. No, we're gonna follow his career. Never mind. Make the pick. Get pick. Make pick. Get pick. Pick. Get pick. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I could trade Woo. My center. Nope. Nope. We're going to follow our players. That's what we're doing. It's so hard, though. I really want to trade up. I want to trade up so bad. Pick, get pick. Oh, I really do want to trade up. Ashley. I do like Ashley a lot, though. Oh boy, they've been really... No, that was the first pick that they wanted my quarterback. That's interesting. Oh, they're appropriately greedy. I can tell you that. Alright, let's just auto to my pick. Alright. Let's see what we got here. There's a couple of good guys left. The running back. Leonardo Todd. Alright, so what do we got? No. Okay, it's a running back. Interesting. Don't need a receiver. Tight end? Wait, Thornton? Nope. Line? Nope. D-line. Linebacker. Corner. Safety. Oh, Leonardo Todd's the best safety, too. I'm going to take him. Let's look at kicker. Nope. Not for that. I think he's the fastest guy in here, too, yeah. So that's a good pick for me. Alright, let's just auto to my pick. Oh, picking last sucks. It's like every draft I'm looking at kicker. It's the worst. I have $7 of salary cap room left. Oh boy. So I should... Let's look at my team. Who retired? I didn't have anybody retire. Okay. So I need to use this pick because when I hit free agency, I'm going to get auto-signed some players. You know what? I am going to take this kicker. And draft. Alright, so I need 3 players. I've got -9. So for me, I just need to go through the draft. I need to speed this up somehow too. Yeah, that's in the O2 update, is to look at making some of these stages speed up. Yeah, I'm in serious cap trouble. Finish free agency. Save the league. Alright. Check out my team. Actually, we need to look at something. Yeah. Alright. So, the names are being reused. But I don't know. So something's going on with names because Roka's here again. Wilkerson was just in the last draft, I think. Alright, so my freshman generation looks... There's something... I don't know if it's freshman generation or something. Something's going on with these names, so... Alright, I need to look into that. That's interesting. Oh well, no big deal. The draft class looks really good. I wish I remember. It's making me a little nervous that Shannon and Roka are both the same. Not only are their names the same, their position's the same. Wilkerson's a linebacker again, too. Alright, so there's... I'm going to have to go through a number of the tapes and figure out what's going on here. Because this doesn't look right. If you go to my team, because I have two of those guys. Here's Wilkerson, Byron Wilkerson. Jacinto Roca, 86, 72. He has a little run blocking. Let's see if Jacinto and Byron. Yeah, it's the same. It's basically the same guy. And Wilkerson. Kind of a little bit of everything. Alright. So for some reason, and he's 25, so he came in at 22. 23 is his rookie year. So he was 20, so 23, 24, 25. So Wilkerson has been in the league 3 years. That means this Wilkerson was a freshman when I drafted my Wilkerson. So I bet the names aren't getting reset every time. So like as a senior graduated, went into the draft, that player is transferred to the pros, and then a freshman is built on top of where that player was. As that freshman's getting built, I wonder if I'm not rebuilding the name. Or the camp, or the ratings, it looks like. Looks like I'm not even overwriting the player. Alright, that's some good troubleshooting there. So this is gonna work. This will help. Something I'm just noticing, I gotta do a little bit of work on button management, because I have these like start the draft. I can't start the draft now. Actually, you know what? Let's save it. Let's see what happens if I do it. Actually, lets me start the draft. Okay, I can't do that. All right, let's exit that. Let's reload it. Load league again. All right, let's go back and look at this. 43 minutes. All right, so all right, we'll take a look at my team quick, and then I'm gonna exit this stream and do some debugging. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna play a game before I exit, because I want to get a little bit of that on tape. My team's in big trouble. 59 over the cap. I've got basically this year and next year of most of my starters, but I'm gonna lose Ashley and Wilkinson. I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble. Although this rookie thing ends up being a big deal, I may end up having to redraft my team anyways, which would be kind of a bummer. But before I do that, I'll probably fast them a few seasons out to look at these. Actually, you know what? If these rookies aren't getting overwritten, I'm not getting any more information. So we might have to do that. But anyway, let's just play a game. I'm not gonna spend a ton of time on this. I just want to highlight a couple of things. But I do want to put my my right starting lineup in. Wilkerson, Percy Kelly is going to be linebacker 2. Ashley and who's my... Oh, I lost my other one. No. Roca was wide receiver 2. That's alright. Petty is corner 2. That means I'm short a D lineman. Powers. That puts Branch and Todd at safety. Yep, I'm just gonna leave the rest the way it is. All right, since this is preseason, I don't really care. All right, so we'll look at some new stuff here. So first of all, watch these guys. They don't all bunch up. Look at that. They all kind of keep their lanes. They all, they don't do that whole as the running back changes direction, everybody changes direction. Yep, so that's new. That's pretty cool. I did a really nice, pretty significant refresh on defensive pursuit AI, so I really like how it looks right now. Here's something else I did. I added this sub button. Now this is definitely still in testing. In-game substitutions. So the idea is, whatever, if you're at, let's just say I'm here, right? And I want to sub a guy out. You pick the position you want to sub out. So I'm not a super fan of Powers right now for this play. Click on him. He is now the current guy that's being subbed out. And the 4 guys who are not already in offense or defense, there's only 4 guys on your roster that don't have a starting position. Those 4 guys show up here. And what you do is you just click the sub button for whatever guy you want. So, Powers is in right now. He's a 57. Maybe I really want the strength of Newman, Marcos Newman. So I click sub, and now Newman's in. And then I go to my plays, and I can choose whatever I want, and Newman's in. Maybe later I realize, okay, well, Newman was fun. It was fun. It didn't really work out that well. I'm going to put Powers back in. Boom. Now Powers is back in. So in-game substitutions, it seems like it's working pretty well. That's going to, take some playing with to make sure, but I like it. Here's something else to watch. Run blocking. So you remember I had that huge issue with guys just getting run down the field. It might be, let's do it on my team, because this team doesn't seem to have a lot of wide receivers out there. It was mostly with wide receivers and tight ends blocking corners. Now, if you see them start to get blocked downfield, you're going to see a point where all of a sudden they get blocked a little bit, and then they kind of recover. I've put some stuff in there to simulate this. Well, okay, I've recovered now, and I'm able to, collected myself, and now I'm going to break free of the block, and I'm going to pursue the play. So I put a bunch of AI and some stuff in there to simulate that. So watch and see as guys start getting blocked downfield, how they start to change their reaction to getting blocked. Boom, boom. You see, he kind of started breaking away from his block. Now, granted, I have the most elite offensive line and blockers out there. But you'll see that. They get blocked a little bit, and then they recover, and they start to figure out they try to break off the block versus just getting mashed all the way down the field. And the better that defensive player is, the better chance, the more success they're going to have breaking free of that block. Oof. I've noticed some of these offensive lines are really atrocious, which is probably why everybody wants my offensive lineman. There are some teams that just, that offensive line just lets guys run through like crazy. Alright, so let me run again. Oof, that didn't work out quite like I had hoped. Alright, well that didn't work. Let's pass. What do we got? I got that. Let's do this. This is a good play. Ah, I wanted to wait and go deep. 4th and 10. That's preseason. I'll go for it. Whoa! Whoa! Over the top! Is that the first time we've done that? Oh, that might be. I think that's the first time. That's cool. Yeah, watch this though. Watch that they don't jump back and forth. That's just so much nicer than it was before. I'm really proud of that. That run defense is really nice. All right. Ooh, yikes. Yeah, the delay is supposed to be there. It looks weird, but it's really supposed to be there. I run a delay. I love the delay for... Oh, you see, that guy got around. He was getting mauled down the field, and he got around the block and cut me off. Before I made that change, that would have been a guaranteed touchdown. So it's working. I mean, it could use a little more fine-tuning in some of these other blocking areas, like around the line. I can't tell if it's good or bad. Like, these guys are mauling pretty good. That guy got flattened. I don't know, it's definitely getting better. See, that guy's getting pushed. This guy, he actually did a pretty good job of getting off. Nice throw deep. Yeah, that's the first deep throw I've had. I'm kind of excited about that. Oof. I don't know what's going on with that play. I have to look at that. Play the tape back, because they've run that a couple of times and I've just mashed them. Maybe they have offensive line problems. Looks 1,000 times better on kickoffs. Yeah, I know. Kickoff, those were bugging me so bad, and I was sitting there and just playing with stuff, and I had a really cool idea. I think part of what I was doing is your context mapping system you're working on gave me a couple of ideas that I implemented a little bit of it. Yeah, look at that. This is the same AI that some of that break blocking is some of the same AI I implemented on the kickoffs, and that all came from that context mapping. I've just started to rethink what they're looking at. I'm still not using steering or context mapping at all, but it's given me ideas about what our players look at and what do they think about what they see. And I've got it's showing up in the AI. Yeah. All right, 12 plays. I'm going for it every fourth. I don't care. It's preseason. Look at him juke. Come on, man. Oh, you know what? I should have. Dang it. What is going on there? Are these guys pulling? Oh, I wonder if that's what's happening. They're just like running all over the place. Oh, he's in. He's in. Oh, check this out. Field goal. Sub my kicker. Yeah, so you can sub kickers now. I'm not going to actually sub him, but... Oh, they put Lou in as my kicker. How about that? Yeah, in-game substitutions I think are going to be pretty cool. Do I have a stronger leg? No. Just for fun. Let's do this. Let's put a guy in with, like, no leg. Yeah, I wanted to check the short kickoff to see how that looked. That looks all right. I think there's a play design issue there. This is a formation. So this formation, this is that one that there's a ton of leftover coaches in this formation, and I think it's because I think the plays in this formation, there's a couple of bad plays. And that's causing the teams that run this formation to have really bad records, and which means they're going to fire their coaches, which then means I have a lot of these coaches in the coach pool. So, oh yeah, hey, here's a new one. Game recap screen. It looks like I got to do some, I got to make sure my aspect is right on these logos, but anyway, yeah, There's some debugging that has to happen on it. So if you look at the Hydra, my player showed up on the Hydra defense. I just noticed that before I started playing. In my last test, I got it on my board already. A little debugging that needs to happen, but at least it doesn't just jump right back to the schedule screen. So 2 notes for me later: fix the aspect ratio on logos. Make sure the defense is not flip-flopping teams. This is not my top receiver. So double check. Yeah, definitely double check to make sure I'm tracking the right things here. I know rushing's probably right. This looks probably pretty close. This is not right. Defense is not right. So anyway, double check some of that stuff. But anyway, yeah, it's a start. Game recap's coming. So that's cool. Subs, in-game substitutions, game recap, coach hiring. Those are the biggies here. Some AI updates. Those are coming out in a little bit later today. Let's finish that. I got a little debugging to do. I'll do that before I upload the new update. I want to double check those rookies. That's the one thing I want to get done. I would definitely double check the rookies. I could probably very quickly look at the game recap and just, I'm sure it's a typo or something like that. Like I'm searching offensive team instead of defensive team for things. I'll just double, or I'm like sorting by, rush attempts versus pass receptions, something dumb like that. I cut and paste a lot of stuff, so I make a lot of errors. All right, I think that'll do it for right now. Debugging, depending on how the debugging goes, I may or may not have to redraft the league. Right now I'm leaning towards redrafting it just because if it's a rookie generation issue, we need fresh rookies. Coaches, because I'm creating coaches slightly differently, I may want to just regenerate the coaches. So right now I'm leaning towards redrafting. I don't know if I'm going to make everybody sit through redrafting or if I'll just put it loud on the stream. Hey, this is going to be a redraft. Prepare to be bored if you want to come in and watch me draft my team again. It's just a lot of me agonizing between 2 players. But that'll come soon. I've been watching my stream health. It's been in the green the whole time, so I'm pretty happy about that. Looks like we've settled on a new system. Very nice. And I think that's it for now. See you later.